The timeless wisdom of Stoicism in relationships. 9 principles for a fulfilled life. In a world that is constantly evolving, where relationships often seem fleeting and emotions run high, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a beacon of clarity and resilience. As human beings, relationships form an integral part of our lives. They shape our happiness, challenge our growth, and often determine the quality of our existence. But amidst this intricate web of emotions and interactions, how can one navigate relationships with wisdom, purpose, and stability? This question is at the heart of today's discussion. Imagine standing at the crossroads of vulnerability and strength, a place where emotions pull you one way, but reason beckons another. Now picture yourself armed with principles that not only guide your actions, but also empower you to foster meaningful connections while staying true to yourself. That is the promise of Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in ancient wisdom, but profoundly relevant in modern times. Before we dive into the specific principles, let us first uncover the essence of Stoicism and its relevance to relationships. Stoicism, founded in ancient Greece by Zeno of Citium, teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept what lies beyond it with equanimity. Its core tenets, virtue, wisdom, courage, and self-control, serve as guiding lights for navigating life's challenges, including the intricate dynamics of relationships. Why Stoicism matters in relationships. Modern relationships are often marked by a whirlwind of emotions, passion, attachment, fear, and sometimes heartbreak. These emotions, while natural, can sometimes cloud our judgment and lead to choices that compromise our well-being. Here is where Stoicism steps in, offering tools to build resilience. By learning to manage emotions, we develop the strength to navigate challenges without being overwhelmed. Foster clarity. Stoic principles encourage us to evaluate relationships objectively, identifying what adds value and what detracts from our growth. Cultivate self-worth. By focusing on intrinsic values rather than external validation, we create a foundation of self-respect and authenticity. As we explore the 9 principles smart men, and indeed anyone, should embrace in relationships, you'll discover not only timeless wisdom, but also practical strategies to enrich your connections. Whether you are looking to strengthen your current relationships or seeking insights to prepare for future ones, these principles will empower you to act with integrity and intention. Drawing the viewer in, let us start with a question. Have you ever found yourself compromising your happiness to please someone else? Or perhaps you've struggled with setting boundaries, fearing it might push others away. These are not just individual dilemmas, but universal experiences that touch every corner of our shared humanity. The good news? You're not alone, and you don't have to navigate this journey without a guide. Take a moment to reflect on this. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." How often do we let our assumptions and fears dictate our choices, especially in matters of the heart? Imagine what your life could look like if you approach relationships with the calm confidence of someone who truly understands themselves and others. This video isn't just about rules or do's and don'ts. It's an invitation to embark on a transformative journey. We'll explore lessons that delve deep into human psychology, offering examples and stories to illuminate each principle. By the end, you won't just learn how to avoid mistakes. You'll gain the tools to build a life of purpose, harmony, and fulfillment. A glimpse of what's to come. Here's a brief glimpse of what we'll cover. Guarding your past. Why your history is sacred and how sharing it selectively protects your sense of self. Facing the fear of solitude. Turning loneliness into an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Mastering time management. How to prioritize your time and energy to nurture your own growth. Celebrating personal achievements. The importance of recognizing your own progress and building self-confidence. Safeguarding mental health. Strategies to protect your peace and resilience in emotionally charged situations. Living authentically. Why being true to yourself is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships. Staying true to your path. Avoiding the trap of sacrificing your dreams for someone else. Prioritizing family and friends. reconnecting with your roots and valuing the relationships that truly matter. Avoiding obsessive devotion, recognizing when attachment becomes unhealthy, and reclaiming your autonomy. Each of these principles will be brought to life with real-world examples and relatable anecdotes, from the lessons of ancient philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius to modern psychological insights. We'll bridge the gap between timeless wisdom and today's realities. Setting the stage. To truly appreciate the depth of Stoicism's guidance, consider this story. A young man once sought advice from a Stoic teacher, burdened by the weight of a failing relationship. He had given everything, his time, energy, and even his identity, to someone who didn't value him in return. The teacher listened patiently and then asked, "If you were a ship, would you sail without an anchor, allowing the waves to toss you aimlessly?" The man shook his head, puzzled. "Then why," the teacher continued, "do you let the storms of life steer you away from your true course?" This simple yet profound metaphor captures the essence of Stoicism: to remain anchored in our values and purpose, no matter how turbulent the seas of life may become. Through this video, you will learn how to drop anchor, regain control, and chart a course toward meaningful relationships and a fulfilled life. So are you ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery and transformation? Let us dive into the first principle and begin exploring the art of navigating relationships with the wisdom of the Stoics. Stay with us, as the insights you gain here could very well change the way you approach not only relationships, but life itself. The art of navigating relationships with Stoic wisdom. Principle 1. Guarding your past. Your past is the foundation upon which your life is built, but sharing every detail of it, especially in relationships, can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. Stoicism teaches us that our experiences, good and bad, shape who we are, but they do not define us. Sharing selectively allows us to maintain a sense of control and security, ensuring that our story remains ours to tell. Consider this example. Marcus, a young professional, found himself opening up too quickly in new relationships, sharing deeply personal stories in an attempt to build trust. While his intentions were sincere, this often left him feeling exposed and misunderstood when things didn't work out. By applying the Stoic principle of measured disclosure, Marcus learned to share parts of his past gradually, allowing trust to develop naturally over time. This not only safeguarded his emotional well-being, but also strengthened his connections. The lesson here is clear. While vulnerability can deepen bonds, overexposure can lead to vulnerability in a negative sense. Your past is a treasure. Share it wisely and with those who have earned your trust. Principle 2. Facing the fear of solitude. Many people equate being alone with loneliness, but Stoicism reframes solitude as an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. As Aristotle observed, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Embracing solitude allows us to confront our fears and emerge stronger. Imagine Sarah, who always sought validation from her relationships, fearing the emptiness she associated with being alone. When her last relationship ended, she decided to spend a year focusing on herself. Inspired by Stoic teachings, Sarah cultivated a daily practice of journaling, meditating, and pursuing hobbies she had long neglected. This period of solitude became a transformative experience, helping her rediscover her passions and build self-confidence. The takeaway? Solitude isn't something to fear, but to embrace. It's a space where we can reconnect with our values and priorities, preparing us for healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Principle 3. Mastering time management. Seneca's famous words remind us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. In relationships, this principle is particularly relevant. How often do we find ourselves investing time in people or activities that don't align with our goals or values? Consider David, who frequently canceled personal commitments to accommodate a partner who didn't reciprocate the effort. Over time, he realized this imbalance was draining his energy and hindering his personal growth. By setting clear boundaries and prioritizing his time, David reclaimed his sense of purpose. Time is our most precious resource. Use it intentionally, focusing on relationships and activities that nurture your growth and happiness. Principle 4. Celebrating personal achievements. In our quest to please others, we often forget to celebrate our own victories. Epictetus advised, admire yourself for the good you do. Recognizing our achievements, no matter how small, builds self-confidence and reinforces our sense of worth. Take the story of Rachel, who downplayed her successes to avoid appearing boastful. This habit led her to feel undervalued in both her personal and professional relationships. Encouraged by Stoic principles, Rachel began acknowledging her accomplishments, not to seek validation, but to affirm her own efforts. This shift not only improved her self-esteem, but also inspired those around her to celebrate their achievements. Remember, celebrating your progress is not arrogance. It's an essential part of self-respect. Principle 5. Safeguarding mental health. Stoicism teaches us that our peace of mind is non-negotiable. Allowing others to compromise our mental health is akin to burning our house down to keep them warm. Protecting our inner peace is an act of self-love and resilience. Consider Alex, who stayed in a toxic relationship out of fear of confrontation. The constant stress and emotional turmoil took a toll on his mental health. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius's advice to be tolerant with others but strict with yourself, Alex made the difficult decision to end the relationship. Though challenging, this choice allowed him to rebuild his confidence and focus on his well-being. The message is simple: prioritize your mental health. A strong mind is the foundation for a fulfilling life. Principle 6. Living authentically. Saying yes to things that don't align with our values is like wearing a mask that suffocates us. Albert Camus reminds us, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Living authentically is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. Emma, for example, struggled with people-pleasing, often agreeing to things she didn't enjoy to avoid conflict. This left her feeling disconnected and unfulfilled. By embracing Stoic principles, Emma learned to say no respectfully and assert her boundaries. This newfound authenticity transformed her relationships, fostering deeper connections based on mutual respect. Authenticity isn't selfish. It's the key to meaningful relationships and personal satisfaction. Principle 7. Staying true to your path. Changing your path to fit someone else's expectations is like trying to wear shoes that don't fit. It's uncomfortable and unsustainable. Seneca's wisdom reminds us to focus on our unique journey and avoid distractions that pull us away from our goals. Jack, an aspiring artist, abandoned his passion to pursue a more stable career at his partner's insistence. Over time, this decision bred resentment and unhappiness. When Jack revisited his love for art, he rediscovered his purpose and rebuilt his life around it. The lesson? Stay true to your aspirations. Your path is yours alone to walk. Principle 8. Prioritizing family and friends. Plato compared relationships to soil. They can either help you grow or hinder your progress. Neglecting the support systems that have nurtured us can leave us feeling isolated and ungrounded. For instance, Maria drifted away from her close friends and family while trying to please a demanding partner. When the relationship ended, she found herself disconnected and lonely. By rebuilding those bonds, Maria regained a sense of belonging and stability. Value the relationships that have stood the test of time. They are the foundation of your support system. Principle 9. Avoiding obsessive devotion. Marcus Aurelius warned against becoming overly attached to others, as it blinds us to our own worth. Healthy relationships thrive on balance and mutual respect, not obsession. Take Liam, who became consumed by his partner's needs, neglecting his own goals and interests. This imbalance eventually led to burnout and dissatisfaction. By stepping back and rediscovering his passions, Liam restored harmony to his life and relationship. Remember, love should enhance your life, not overshadow it. Maintain your individuality and pursue your dreams. Conclusion: building a life of fulfillment. Stoicism offers a roadmap for navigating the complexities of relationships with wisdom and grace. By applying these 9 principles, you can cultivate connections that enrich your life while staying true to your values. Remember, the journey begins with self-awareness and a commitment to growth. As you embrace these teachings, you'll discover that the key to fulfilling relationships lies not in changing others, but in becoming the best version of yourself. Building a life of fulfillment with Stoic wisdom. The enduring relevance of Stoicism. As we draw this journey to a close, It's essential to recognize that Stoicism is more than an ancient philosophy. It is a living, breathing guide to navigating the complexities of human relationships and personal growth. Its enduring wisdom has the power to transform not only how we interact with others, but also how we see ourselves. By incorporating the principles of Stoicism into our lives, we create a foundation for relationships built on respect, authenticity, and mutual understanding. Revisiting the 9 principles. Let us take one last look at the core teachings we have explored. Guarding your past. Your history is a personal treasure, and sharing it wisely ensures that your narrative remains intact and protected. Facing the fear of solitude. Embracing time alone fosters self-awareness and prepares you for deeper, more meaningful connections. Mastering time management. Allocating your time and energy effectively allows you to focus on relationships and activities that enrich your life. Celebrating personal achievements. Recognizing your accomplishments builds self-worth and inspires others to do the same. Safeguarding mental health. Your peace of mind is a precious resource that must be fiercely protected. Living authentically. Honoring your true self cultivates relationships rooted in respect and understanding. Staying true to your path. Pursuing your unique aspirations ensures a life of purpose and fulfillment. Prioritizing family and friends. Cherishing the relationships that ground and support you strengthens your foundation. Avoiding obsessive devotion. Healthy relationships thrive on balance and mutual respect, allowing both individuals to flourish. These principles are more than guidelines. They are tools for self-discovery and growth. Each one invites us to reflect, adapt, and evolve, creating a life that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. Lessons from real lives. Throughout this journey, we have shared stories of individuals who transformed their lives by embracing Stoic principles. Take Sarah, for instance, who discovered the power of solitude and emerged more confident and self-aware. Or Alex, who chose to safeguard his mental health by ending a toxic relationship, rediscovering his sense of peace and purpose. These stories remind us that change is not only possible, but also deeply rewarding. Another inspiring example is Jack, who reignited his artistic passion after years of compromising his dreams to meet others' expectations. His journey highlights the importance of staying true to one's path, even when faced with external pressures. These narratives serve as a testament to the transformative power of Stoicism in real-world contexts. Practical applications for everyday life. The principles of Stoicism are not meant to remain abstract. They are designed to be lived. Here are some practical ways to incorporate these teachings into your daily life. Start small. Begin by identifying one principle that resonates with you and focus on integrating it into your routine. Reflect daily. Dedicate a few minutes each day to journaling or meditating on how you applied Stoic principles. Practice gratitude. Recognize and appreciate the relationships and experiences that bring value to your life. Set boundaries. Clearly define your limits and communicate them with confidence and compassion. Seek balance. Ensure that your relationships, work, and personal pursuits coexist harmoniously. By taking these steps, you will not only enrich your relationships, but also strengthen your sense of self and purpose. The power of choice. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to choose our responses to life's challenges. This wisdom is particularly relevant in relationships where emotions often run high and conflicts can arise. By focusing on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, we empower ourselves to navigate even the most difficult situations with grace and resilience. A vision for the future. Imagine a life where your relationships are characterized by mutual respect, understanding, and support. Picture yourself living authentically, pursuing your passions, and celebrating your achievements without fear or hesitation. This vision is not a distant dream, but a tangible reality that you can create by embracing Stoic principles. As we conclude, we invite you to take the first step toward this vision. Reflect on what you have learned and consider how these teachings can enhance your life. Share this journey with those around you, fostering a community of growth and understanding. If this exploration of Stoicism has inspired you, we encourage you to like this video to support content that uplifts and empowers. Share it with friends and family who might benefit from these insights. Subscribe to our channel for more stories, lessons, and practical tools to help you navigate life with wisdom and purpose. Your engagement not only helps us grow, but also creates a ripple effect, spreading the transformative power of Stoicism to others. Together, we can build a world where relationships are rooted in authenticity and resilience. Final thoughts. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Your commitment to growth and self-discovery is a testament to your strength and wisdom. Remember, the path to fulfillment is not a destination, but a continuous process of learning and evolving. Stay wise, stay stoic, and continue building a life that reflects your highest aspirations. Until next time, may you find peace, purpose, and joy in every step of your journey.